Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Who is Emiliana Arango Alex Eala, set to make history at French Open with his former nemesis? It's all systems go for Alex Eala. The Filipina tennis star will seek payback in history when she battles fellow Grand Slam debutant and world No. 88 Emiliana Arango of Colombia at the 2025 French Open on Sunday, May 25, PH time. The 20-year-old Eala enters Roland Garros as the world No. 69, eager to avenge a tough loss to Arango in the 2024 Miami Open qualifiers, where the Colombian stormed back for a 2-6, 7-5, 6-1 win. Now on the clay courts of Paris, Eala hopes to flip the script against Arango in their opening round clash, pegged to start at 5:00 p.m. PH time. After years of near misses, Eala finally plays her first main draw in a Grand Slam. This was made possible after Eala's sensational run earlier this, upsetting multiple Grand Slam winners at the Miami Open, including reigning French Open champion Iga Swiatek. This bumped Eala's WTA ranking from 140 to 69, which is a career high. Arango, meanwhile, broke into the WTA top 100 in March after reaching her first tour final at the Merida Open in Mexico. The 24-year-old claimed her maiden WTA title at the Cancun Open in February and enters the French Open following a second-round exit at the Parma Ladies Open in Italy. The winner of Eala Arango showdown will meet either world No. 8 and Olympic gold medalist Zhang Qinwen of China or former French Open finalist Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova of Russia. Paris, France. The early summer sun spills across Roland Garros, casting golden light on the famous red clay that has seen champions crowned and dreams crushed. This year, among the usual suspects and rising stars, one match has quietly captured the imagination of fans from opposite sides of the globe. Alex Eala, the pride of the Philippines, is set to make her Grand Slam main draw debut at the French Open. But fate, in its poetic way, has handed her a first-round opponent who is far more than just a name on the other side of the net. Her opponent, Emiliana Arango, Colombia's quiet storm, and a former nemesis. Their rivalry is not one of loud headlines or fiery press conferences. It is deeper, etched into the clay courts of junior tournaments, whispered among coaches, and replayed endlessly in the minds of both women. Now, years later, their paths cross again, only this time. The stakes are historic. Meet Emiliana Arango, the silent surge. Born in Medellin, Colombia, Emiliana Arango grew up in a country where tennis often sat in the shadows of football and cycling. But from a young age, she stood out, not because she was flashy, but because she was consistent, calm, and dangerous. Her game is built on tactical intelligence, a smooth backhand, a relentless forehand, and the ability to absorb power and redirect it with surgical precision. Unlike players who dominate through aggression, Arango frustrates opponents with variation, precision, and near-flawless footwork. Coaches call her the storm you don't see coming. "I don't need to be loud," she once said in a rare interview. The racket speaks. And it has. By 16, Arango had cracked the junior top 20. By 18, she was battling on the ITF circuit, earning respect. Not headlines, but slowly rising. Her WTA debut was quiet, but she earned scalps along the way, including higher-ranked players who underestimated the silent Colombian. Now, at 23, Emiliana Arango is no longer a rising star. She's a real threat, currently sitting just outside the WTA top 100 and eyeing her breakthrough moment. A rivalry etched in clay. Eala and Arango's history goes back to the juniors, where the early matches often felt less like contests and more like chess on clay. The most infamous one came at the 2021 French Open Junior Championships. Alex Eala, already a Grand Slam junior doubles champ, was the favorite. Arango, considered the dark horse, played like a woman possessed. The match stretched over 2 hours, grueling rallies, sliding retrievals, and drama under Parisian skies. Arango won that day in a third-set tie-break. For Eala, it was a turning point. "I never forgot that match," Eala told reporters this week. "Not because I lost, but because I realized how much more I needed to grow." And she did. In the years that followed, Eala added power, improved her serve, and matured emotionally. She won the 2022 U.S. Open Girls Singles title, turned professional full-time, and climbed the rankings with unwavering determination. She became a beacon for Filipino tennis. Trailblazing, fearless, and humble, Arango's path was more gradual, marked by consistency rather than sparks. While Eala was winning headlines, Arango was crafting her game, getting stronger, smarter, and more efficient. Now, at Roland Garros 2025, they meet again, not as juniors, but as professionals ready to battle for pride, progress, and history. Alex Eala, carrying a nation, chasing a dream. For Alex Eala, the journey to this moment has been anything but ordinary. Born in Manila, she trained in the Philippines before earning a place at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. There, she sharpened her game among the best, mentored by the ethos of resilience and discipline that Nadal himself embodied. Her rise was meteoric. A prodigy in the juniors, she evolved into a contender on the pro circuit. With every match, she carried not just her racket, but the hopes of a nation where no woman had ever made it past the first round of a Grand Slam in the Open era. That might change now. "This is bigger than me," she said ahead of her debut. "I play for every Filipino kid who picked up a racket and believed." But there's also unfinished business. Between her and Arango, the matchup, fire vs. water. This isn't just a match. It's a philosophical duel. Eala, the expressive shotmaker, thrives on pace, topspin, and momentum. She attacks early, moves quickly, and plays with the emotional drive of someone who knows every point could be historic. Arango, by contrast, is calm, deliberate, and lethal in her patience. She plays with the intelligence of someone who studied her opponent not just on screen, but across the net. Their styles make for the perfect storm. Arango leads their junior rivalry, but Eala has evolved. This isn't 2021. It's 2025, and both have everything to prove. Paris awaits. A moment in the making. When they step onto Court 6, one of Roland Garros' more intimate arenas, Filipino and Colombian flags will wave. The crowd, mostly neutral, will sense it early. This is no ordinary first round. The first serve may not echo like it does on Chatrier, but the silence between points will be deafening. Every rally will feel personal. Every glance between them will be a memory. Who will blink first? Who has grown more? Who is ready to not just win, but rewrite their narrative? Beyond the result, what's at stake? For Alex Eala, a win would make her the first Filipina to reach the second round of a Grand Slam in the Open era, a historic milestone for a nation of 110 million, many of whom will stay up past midnight just to watch her name scroll across the screen. For Emiliana Arango, a win validates years of quiet grind, proof that she belongs not in shadows, but in the spotlight. For Colombia, still searching for its next tennis icon after Fala and Cable, Arango could be the answer. But beyond borders, it's a statement to the tennis world. We are no longer junior hopefuls. We are here. We are now. Final thoughts. The match we didn't know we needed. Sometimes, sports gives us stars. Other times it gives us stories. This match, it gives us both. Two young women from countries without a Grand Slam legacy. Two athletes who took different paths, but arrive on the same stage. A rivalry that began in youth and now, on the courts of Roland Garros, blooms into something far greater. Eala, Arango. Old foes. New dreams. One match. A world watching.